I'm joined today by Rafał Lis, Managing Partner of CVI.
Good afternoon.
Hi. So Rafał, I understand that you're one of the few companies in your sector to have signed up to the UN's Principles for Responsible Investment. Why did you do this, and what effect does it have on your behaviour in practice?
I think that it was a very natural step to sign UNPRI or to be UNPRI signatory. We observe practically all ESG factors for the last 8 years as we operate in private debt space in Central Eastern Europe. However, right now the process is more structured. From our perspective, probably it's not a way how to improve rewards or to improve rate of return. However, observing ESG factor and doing this for the whole investment process, it's an ability to reduce risks. And it could be on the social side, it could be on the, of course, on the environmental side. However, probably from the G factor perspective, our influence is biggest. Doing mainly sponsorless bilateral transactions with local corporates in Central and Eastern Europe, it means that we have an influence how the money will be spent, what factors will be observed, and what factors will be reported. So from this perspective, we have ability and we have an opportunity actually to influence on the business model as such. So from this perspective, we see that if the government and transparency is implemented at the good level, at the sufficient level, it influence on the risk level of our investment. So from the risk-adjusted perspective, definitely it helps us to limit the risk.
So CVI operates across a wide range of industries. Which sector are you most excited about over the next 12 months?
Private debt across region is quite less crowded than private equity or banking sector. So from this perspective, we could be quite picky in terms of the transactions. We are able to see almost 1,000 projects per year, and so it means we could pick among them. And from this perspective, we are trying to be sector agnostic, and we are able to do it because practically in most of the sectors we are able to find good opportunities. So from this perspective, I'm not so much excited about particular sectors. We don't do we don't do venture debt, for example. So not so many exciting stories. We are rather focused on more traditional sectors, what means a little bit risky sectors. But from this perspective, I think that there are a lot of opportunities across economies. Of course, take into account the slowdown on the macro side, it means that we are much more focused on the non-cyclical sectors from the risk perspective. So it means that yes, we are trying to observe what is the macro shape and trying to adapt to this environment. But from this perspective, no specific sector is such.
So you currently invest in 9 countries across Central and Eastern Europe. Which country will be the 10th, and what are they doing to encourage investors such as CVI?
Central Eastern Europe as a region is much less populated on the private debt side in comparison to private equity or mezzanine or banking sector, what means that there are a lot of opportunities in every country. We started in Poland, which is the biggest economy, and right now more than 2/3 of our activities are in Poland, and probably it will be for some time in future. I don't know which will be 10th. However, I would say that there are a lot of opportunities outside Poland, like in Baltics, like in Czechia, Slovakia, Romania, and my personal ambition is actually to repeat a story like we did in Poland. So what means that trying to make alternative lending a vital proposition for lower mid-market companies in the region. And I hope it's a challenge for next few years and it's doable.
Thank you.
Thank you.